So you're thinking about moving to Florida? Well, you're not alone. Florida has been one of the hottest destinations for the past several years. In fact, over 3.5 million people have moved to Florida in the past 5 years. Naples has won many national recognition awards, including the best city to retire, the best city in America to live for 2024 and 2025, the safest city, according to US News, and best for well-being for 4 years in a row, according to Gallup. Forbes named it the #1 city for future job growth, and also is one of the top cities for long lifespan. So who wouldn't want to live here? Or would you? Today I'm going to give you my honest opinion of what it's really like living in Naples. My name is Mindy Sylvester and I've lived in Naples since 1998. I moved here from Cincinnati, but I lived in Illinois for the first 22 years of my life. Is Naples really all about sunsets, flip-flops, margaritas, and dolphin watching? Well, today I'm going to tell you what it's really like living in Naples, because living in Naples and vacationing in Naples are two different things. Today, I'm going to talk about 5 things that you'll want to consider before you decide if Florida is right for you. Number 1, the weather. I've got to be completely honest and tell you that the summers in Florida are absolutely brutal. I mean, brutal. And sure, I'm a menopausal woman and I'm always hot, but I'm telling you, it's dreadful. Now, there are crazy people like my husband who actually love the summers here, but I'm telling you, it's really hot from May to October. So if you call me in October and I'm cranky, well, probably just hot. But I have to tell you, the winters here are amazing. Now, Florida is a really long state, so we have different climates. The climate up north is more like the northern state climate. It gets really cold there in the winter. Although I have to say it was kind of cold this year, which was really unusual, but I really liked it because we finally got to wear our cute coats and jackets and boots, which was really unusual for us here. But I will tell you that even though the summers are absolutely brutal, it is so nice here in the winter. There is nothing like it. And I would so much rather suffer here in the summer than live one more winter up north. We go up north for Christmas and Thanksgiving to visit family, and I just can't wait to get home, because it's not just the cold, it's the gray and the dead in the winters up north. And once you live in Florida and you're used to everything being so green all year round and the sun shining every day, it's really hard to live in a cold weather climate again. The sun literally shines 300 days a year here. Number 2, hurricanes, which is technically kind of like number 1, the weather, but I'm going to go dive deep into this hurricane situation because it is on the top of the list for a lot of people as far as their concerns about moving to Florida. So as I've already said, I've lived in Florida since 1998. Actually, I've lived in Florida since 1995. I've lived in Naples since 1998. And I will say, in the entire time we've lived here, we've had 4 hurricanes affect Naples in a large way. Actually, 5 if you count Milton, but really only 4 hurricanes. The thing about hurricanes is that we have like 10 days of notice. Now, every part of the country has some sort of weather, whether it's earthquakes, fires, tornadoes. You know, the thing about tornadoes, I'm from the Midwest, is they come with no warning. But the thing about hurricanes is that we have like a week notice, and usually the media really overplays it. Now, I don't want to downplay anything that's happened in the past few years with the hurricanes, but I'm just telling you, I wouldn't not move to Florida because of hurricanes, because we have plenty of options. If you decide you want to leave, like I said, you've got at least a week's notice. And the way the homes are built now, the newer construction homes are built up to higher elevations. They're built with hurricane impact windows and doors. And very few homes, even in the major hurricanes, were actually affected. Really only the low-lying homes, the older homes that were built at lower elevations, and of course the waterfront homes. The majority of people really only have landscaping and maybe pool cage damage, things like that. But most of us are not really affected by hurricanes unless you're really close to the water. So I wouldn't let hurricanes prevent you from moving to Florida. It's too good of a life to let something that may or may not happen every few years affect your decision. Number 3, wildlife. Do you have alligators? I hear this almost every single day when I'm showing houses. Are there alligators in that lake? And the answer is yes. If there's water, if there's a lake, there are alligators in the lake. Will they bother you? No. Will they try to get your small dog? Maybe. But alligators will not bother you. The first alligator you see will kind of catch you off guard, but after a while, you really do get desensitized to alligators, and they become kind of more like something that's fun to see rather than something to be afraid of. Now, snakes, bears, things like that. We do have a lot of snakes. However, I have said in my videos before that whenever I go home to Illinois, I see more snakes up there than I do down here. Although I have to be careful when I say that, because I did a video like this a couple of years ago and I said, I never see snakes here. I live on 2.5 acres, and I hit end on my video and I walked outside and I saw a snake right then. I'm not kidding you. It was hilarious. But no, I live on 2.5 acres. We rarely see snakes. So that is definitely not a reason to not move to Naples. Now, mosquitoes, on the other hand, in the summer, yeah, it's pretty brutal. I went to walk my dogs the other day. I looked down, and I am not kidding you, I had 12 mosquitoes on my legs. But on the bright side, we do have these systems in place now to help alleviate the systems. They do spray for that. They have mosquito control and things like that. And one thing I do have to mention is that we don't have flies here. Up north in Illinois, we have flies everywhere. I don't know, maybe the mosquitoes eat the flies, but we don't have a fly issue. So I don't know. Would I rather have mosquitoes than flies? I don't know, but we don't have a choice. Number 4, insurance. You've probably heard nightmares about the cost of homeowners insurance, and rightly so. We did have really bad issues with homeowners insurance in the past few years, but that situation is clearly improving. We have 17 new carriers coming into Florida, which is not only going to stabilize, but decrease the cost of homeowners insurance. Additionally, Governor DeSantis has put new laws in place to help prevent frivolous lawsuits. So the homeowners insurance costs will be going down. Now, is it thousands and thousands of dollars? Of course, I can't quote you prices for insurance. It depends on so many factors, but I will tell you that I have 2 of the best insurance agents you will find that will not only give you great service, but the lowest prices. Number 5 is traffic. Well, in the summer months, traffic is great in Naples. You can get anywhere you want to go. After May 1st, you can buzz anywhere in just about 10 minutes. In the winter, January, February, March, traffic is an absolute nightmare. I have a home near Atlanta, and I'll tell you what, sometimes I feel like I'm driving through Atlanta. I don't know in what state they teach you that you can turn left from the right-hand lane, but when people come here in the winter, you see them turning left from the right-hand lane. You see them running stoplights. There's an accident almost every day on 75. So in the season, traffic is horrible. You just have to plan for it. You have to plan to leave 30 minutes in advance no matter where you're going. You have to plan through sitting through 3 stoplights, and you just have to plan on congestion, especially in really high traffic tourist neighborhoods like Old Naples and Mercado, and North Naples is the worst for traffic anyway. Actually, let me correct that, because when I say traffic is a breeze in Naples in the summer, it's not a breeze in North Naples. Immokalee Road is always busy all of the time. They're building thousands of homes out there, and the congestion is legit there. But in most parts of Naples, I live in central/south Naples, and the traffic is not quite as congested there. But still, it's not like living in Chicago or New York, but you do have to plan for it. So those are the 5 things to consider before you decide if you want to live in Naples. But from someone who has lived here for almost 30 years, I'm going to tell you there's no place I would rather live. I've been to over 65 different countries. I've had second homes in other cities, and I just always can't wait to get back to Naples. People who can live anywhere in the world, people who have $30-40 million houses, choose to live here, and there's a reason why. The white sand beaches, for one. The beautiful winters. The people are so wonderful here. There are so many great job opportunities. It is such a healthy place to live. You can be so active in the winter, and it's just an amazing place. So if you're thinking about moving to Naples, contact me. I've sold nearly 1,000 homes, and I will help you find the perfect home and help you make a smooth move to Naples. Thanks for watching.